Jason Abraham, the shadow teacher, and there are those of us who saw through the veil of deception. And we made a vow to escape the matrix. You may call yourself a light worker, a star seed, an indigo child, a chosen one. But let's be honest. The fact that you are watching this video is evidence that you are still engaged with the matrix. And that's okay. You see, this is the time where we have to be honest about our own bullshit. This is the moment of truth where we have to know why we're here and honor the commitment for what that is. And I know I've been called to show up in the matrix and speak the truth. To be in the world, but not of the world. And right now I call the United States of America home. And the energy is more divisive around me than I have ever experienced. It's a powder keg here. And what I've found is that even though I don't identify with the matrix, I feel myself being pulled by its energy. I'm not separate from it. And what I've learned is that that's what I'm called to be. You see, some of you thought when 2021 came, your spirits would just leave your bodies and you'd drift off to some 5D earth. Clearly that did not happen. Others thought that a political leader, someone in a corrupt political system, was going to be your God and Savior. And some people still believe that and are going to suffer the karma of that particular belief. But what I've learned is that I am here to feel all of this and hold space, feeling the light, feeling the dark. And when I feel fear and anger tug on me, I need to have a practice that grounds me. Because if I react out of fear, out of anger, then I'm going to serve the dark force that I'm here to stand against. And if I submit, if I acquiesce, if I bow down, I'm also serving that dark force. So the right thing to do is not always obvious. So what I found, when I feel the matrix tug on me, I need to know what reconnects me to my source, what reminds me of the truth of who I am. Relationships, more important than ever. And guess what? These people who you may call NPCs, sheeple, we are not separate from them. The challenge of a light worker is to hold the space of opposites, being able to set a healthy boundary while at the same time dissolving the illusion of separation, which means we're going to have to find a healthy way of engaging with someone who we might deem a sheeple. This does not mean we're responsible of changing them. We're not there. That's not our job. But our calling is to be able to stand in our truth and allow others to feel what they're feeling and act as what they feel they're called to act. And it is not going to be easy. So your tribe, knowing who you are going to let close, the people who you let close to you, let's go first. Know what you value. When you know what your purpose is, then that's going to give you that North Star. Because you absolutely can't afford to have someone in your home, in your heart space, too close, that is there to sabotage you because they don't believe in you. So knowing yourself, know your truth, and when you do that, it's never going to be easier to find your tribe. And when you find them, when we find each other, then you know it. And we need each other. We're all going to be called to show up in a different way. The mission of the light worker is not to be all this. I mean, I'm going to go here too. There's so much bullshit in the New Age community. This whole oneness, that's utter bullshit. We are called to be more of who we are. Another great contrast is being able to allow the false self to dissolve so the true self can come through. So we can harmonize in oneness consciousness, not be more of the same. That's the New World Order, is basically have everyone thinking and acting and behaving as a hive mind. A light worker, that's not your mission. Your call is to be yourself, which means a lot of people are not going to fucking like you. And it's not going to feel good. But when you know you're doing the right thing, you're going to have the courage to speak the truth. And we're going to feel fear, knowing what you value, because a lot of things are going to be stripped away from you. And that's okay, because society puts a lot in your brain and makes you believe you need and want things that you actually don't, stuff that doesn't serve you. But when it comes to the stuff that truly does serve you, you're going to be called to stand up for it. So knowing what you truly value, standing up and claiming that, not allowing anyone to take that from you, that's your work too. Standing up for the rights of others, even those who don't believe the same things you do. Standing up for their right to live and their right to find their truth. That's a really fucking hard one. I'm working on that myself, working on all this. Right now, 2021, the age of Aquarius, this is the greatest challenge, but it's also the greatest opportunity. So I'm going to end this video here. Stand strong in your truth. Know who you are. Know where your North Star is and what it is, and it will guide you to freedom. Peace.